Hi, I'm Ruby Malshe and I love stories because stories teach us to be satisfied and live a life filled with gratefulness. Often, greed defeats one's common sense and lands one in irremediable trouble. Being constantly self-indulgent wastes away one's life and leads to the development of traits like selfishness, anger, jealousy, sucking up every strand of happiness in the being of a person. Today's story is a famous tale of Hans Andersen called The Table, the Donkey and the Stick. There was a boy who had worked for a year and as wages had received a magic donkey which would cough out gold and help him pay for all he wanted in life. However, a greedy old man tricked him and robbed this prized donkey, leaving him cheated with an ordinary one. His brother, too, had worked for a year and as wages had been given a magic table which, when asked to produce food, did so in ample, never leaving the hungry unfed. But he too got robbed by the same greedy old man who replaced this magic table with an ordinary one. The eldest brother of these two had also worked for a year and as wages had got a box from which a stick popped out to beat if asked to. When this young man came to know of how his brothers had been cheated and robbed of their precious gifts, he planned to teach the greedy old man a lesson and went to his house and asked to lodge for a night. Pretending to be asleep, he saw how the greedy old man walked towards his box and opened it to see what it was holding in. Just at that moment, the eldest brother shouted, "Hit him, stick!" and the stick began its job with all its strength. The man began jumping and shouting for help, but the stick would not stop its work. The brother then reminded him of the table and the donkey that he had robbed and asked for them to be returned. The old man had no option but to do as asked, and only after he had done the needful was the stick told to stop its project action. This story reminds us to be alert and not to be donkeys sitting at life's table, losing all wisdom and getting smacked by the stick of the justice maker. In the book of Luke, we are told, "Watch out, be on your guard against all kinds of greed. A man's life does not consist in the abundance of his possessions." If the old man had been on guard, he would have saved his skin for sure. As is rightly said, he who wants everything every time will lose everything anytime. Thank you.